All right, we're recording. All right, but first let me go live on Facebook. That always takes a little bit of work. You may want to turn off your phones or put it on silent. I've got it on silent.
Do you have it in the split screen view, Bobby? Will it stay like that until she shares her screen? Can you change that? Because it always seems to go to like who's talking.
I will have to figure out how to do that later.
Okay. No worries.
Okay. I'm gonna go live now.
Oh, okay.
It's actually still setting up. 1 second.
Oh, I thought you were waiting for me to start.
I'll start.
Okay.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us on our deal of the week. I'm thrilled to have Ria Cotton, my friend Ria Cotton, join us today and join me and Yana today. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And Yana, I'll let you take away the show and introduce Ria, and let's talk about the property. This is a great property.
Okay, perfect. So for those of you that are just tuning in for the first time, what we've started is something called Deal of the Week, where we try to highlight a specific property. It could be an off-market property that hasn't been listed yet. It could be a property that's being wholesold or a regular listing. So today we have Ria Cotton, who is also my broker, here to present a deal with us and talk about the details. Ria, why don't you share what we're talking about today?
Okay, thank you, Bobby and Yana. I'm gonna go ahead and just share my screen with everyone. And you see the screen okay?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, great. So thank you all for allowing your time for our deal of the week. And I just want to tell you a quick bit about myself. My name is Ria Cotton. I'm the broker owner of Cotton Realty. And prior to being in real estate as a real estate broker, I was actually in mortgage. I started in mortgage in 2004. And I'm currently the broker of agents throughout various different counties: Alameda, Contra Costa, Solano, Sacramento, basically all of Northern California. And so we work independently in our areas and our communities, but collectively to share information regarding our markets so that we are of value to our customers. And so in addition to that, I also work with independent developers. And so what we'll see today in our deal of the week is one of our a new construction project is going to be our highlight for today. I also work with a nonprofit, Women's Council of Associated Real Property Brokers, where I'm the president, and we do various workshops on educating women in real estate development, as well as being an advocate for home ownership in the Bay Area within the minority communities. So what I have for you today is 251 South 39th Street in Richmond, California. So you guys can see that okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this is new construction. As you can see, it is in progress. We are expecting this property to be complete within the next 90 days. This property is listed at, it's not listed actually, it's off market. We're still working on the property, getting it to market. So we are, I do accept off-market offers on our new construction projects, and most of the projects are within Contra Costa County right now. We have some that are coming in Alameda, but most of them are in Contra Costa County. So this is a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. It's 1741 square feet. And it is in Richmond. It's approximately, if you look at the buy it now price, is $630,000. So right now the seller is looking at $630,000 as the price, and that estimates that's about an estimate of $361 per square foot. So let's take a little closer look at this property. So I just want to give you an update. We'll talk a little bit more about Richmond, California, if you're not familiar with the area. But I just wanted to share that as of last month, the average cost per square feet based on property sold was $433 per square foot. As I mentioned in the previous slide, this property is less than that $433.
That's really good.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to share. So what I did is I just took some recent properties within a half-a-mile radius of the property. So what you see in the corner down here is a little map. The blue squares represent sold properties, and then the purple is our active property, and we're on South 39th Street, so we're somewhere in the middle where you see the green shaded area, the park in the middle. We're right around that area in between. So looking at these sales, we are at an average, we're at average of $490 per square foot. Even if you look at the current active property that's actually pending now, it's $376 per square foot. So that's still less than our new construction. Just to give you an idea about the rents in the area, I took the property address in Rentometer and shared with you rentals within 12 months of the area and within a 2-mile radius. And as you can see, the average rents for this area is $3,567. So if anybody was considering renting in this area, that's the average rents. And we can look a little bit closer at what else is of interest to investors in this area as well. Now let's look at the mortgage. So if we use a mortgage calculator and take the $630,000 sales price with 20% down, at just an estimated 3.5% interest, we're looking at PITI, which is principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, as a total of $3,129. So you can compare that to the average rents if you like to see if it's somebody that's looking to live in that area, but maybe want to rent it out in the future, or an investor that's looking to invest in the East Bay. I just provided that information for comparison. And if there are any questions, feel free to ask in the chat, or Yana, Bobby, if you see any questions come up, because I'm using both screens.
Yep, I'm watching it.
Okay, great. So as we look at East Bay, a lot of people, when they're looking at investments, they're usually looking out of state, right? And basically they're looking out of state to basically get the most bang for their buck when it comes to return on investment. And so what has become a trend in the Bay Area, because people want to get the most money out of their investment, is house hacking. And so I just wanted to share this house hacking alert. And if you don't know what house hacking is, it's basically in addition to buying investment property. So some people may buy investment property like a fourplex, live in one unit and rent out the other 3. It's your basic investment, but it's been termed house hacking because in the Bay Area, investors have went a step further in capitalizing off of each individual room in the house and not necessarily the units. And so what they've done by doing that is actually renting out individual rooms and making it somewhat, some of the properties I've seen are somewhat of a dorm-like style living, to where they actually have, you know, a shared bathroom, but maybe there's more cabinets within the bedroom than there usually would be. And with a lot of college students migrating to the San Francisco Bay Area for work, this is not far-fetched for them. You know, you just graduated out of college, you're used to dorm style living. So house hacking and renting out rooms individually is not nothing new to them, and is very familiar and comfortable. So then this becomes a way to actually get even more out of the property. And so what I've provided right here is going even a step further, and that's traveling nurses. So the East Bay has been, investors have greatly profited not only off of house hacking and Airbnb, but also off of traveling nurses. So this is a snapshot of Furnished Finder, which is a website that is used by traveling nurses to find properties. And if you look in the center here, that's the Richmond area. And so as you can see in the Richmond area around our property, that's the deal of the week, we have room rentals around 1,600, we have 1,600, 1,750, 1,200. So with this 4-bedroom house, just imagine if you had, you have a brand new home, everything's brand new, you furnish it. If you received 1,500 off of each of those four rooms, you'd be winning in this scenario. So this is just another way to leverage your investment in the Bay Area. A lot of people are looking to do this and being creative in addition to looking outside of the state of California to invest.
Thank you for being so thorough with this, Ria. By the way, you know, I was really just expecting property details, but here you are breaking down all the different investment opportunities, and this is great information for our viewers.
Yep.
Yes, and so for those who don't know, my brokerage is virtually based. And so with the concept of being a virtual brokerage, it's really important, especially if we have iBuyers or people moving from out of state into California, that we give them a thorough view of the property if they can't view the property live and in person. And also just in our in the climate of our industry right now and being sheltered in place, this is where the virtual brokerage concept is really thriving, because it goes a step further in just having an open house or putting a property on the MLS and thinking it will sell itself. You have to be an industry professional, a community professional. And so how I mentioned that a lot of my agents are spread out through various different counties, this is the exact reason why. If I have a property, which I have another one coming up in Solano County, my Solano County agent is the community liaison. So anything that's going on with the city government, around the communities, she should be well aware of, so that we can use that knowledge in those different areas to leverage and get the most. So if we're listing a property for somebody, we want to get the most value for them. And we do that through education. So I just want to move on to our floor plan for South 39th Street. So this is our first floor. So all 4 bedrooms are actually upstairs. So this floor plan for downstairs has a garage, and then there's a extra driveway leading up to the garage for an additional car. But as you walk in, you have your stairway to the left, and then you walk in a little further and you have your half bath to the right. When you walk into the rear of the house, you have an open floor plan, living room, dining, family, and kitchen area with an island in the middle. So this is all open space that leads out to the porch area and backyard. The lot size of this property is about 2,500 square feet, which is typical layout for the Richmond area. A lot of the homes in the Richmond area tend to be a little more longer and narrow because of the size of size of the lots. And basically, a lot of my investors get more value out of this size lot for the area. And then upstairs, you have your 4 bedrooms. So as you come up the stairs, if you go towards the front of the house, you have your first 2 bedrooms with towards the front of the house with closets. And then the 3rd bedroom is in the middle at the top of the stairs. As you go to the rear of the house towards the master bedroom, to the left, you will see our full bath. So that's a full bath. And then the laundry. So this property has an upstairs laundry room area, okay? Right after the laundry, you're entering into the master bedroom. So the master bedroom has 2 side closets, which you see to the left, and then it has a window that's facing the rear of the property, and then you have your full bathroom in the master, which has a tub shower and let's see,
Double sinks.
double sink, yeah. I thought, I have to double check. I think they're putting a second closet in the master bedroom. I have to double check on that, but I think there's going to be a second closet in there.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes, as far as proximity, so our property at 251 South 39th Street is about 6 minutes, a 6-minute drive to Interstate 80 freeway. And it's about 7 minutes to 580, which leads to the San Rafael Bridge. And it's about 10 minutes to the Richmond Ferry. So one thing that has really been a big selling point for Richmond for the last few listings that I've had, actually I've had a lot of people from the Daly City, San Francisco area coming into North Richmond, Richmond area because of the ferry. So the ferry is newly built. I think it's been a year, it's been open a year and a half now. And if you've ever heard of the Richmond Crane Pavilion or the Rosie the Riveter Museum, it's all around that area. So this property is a 10-minute drive to the Richmond Ferry, which leads to San Francisco. So this is definitely a selling point. There's actually some other properties in this area that they call NOMA, which is North Marina Bay area. They have some 3-story homes that are selling, I think, around $800,000, and they are basically almost the same models, or similar to the ones that they're building near Bayview Hunters Point for $1.4 million. So just to kind of see the difference as far as your commute and just the affordability of living. People are really starting to gravitate more towards Richmond. Another thing about Richmond is there's tons of land available in Richmond. So there's a lot of land opportunities. So even if you are someone who's flipping property and you want to make a return on your investments in the Bay Area, a lot of flippers in the Bay Area aren't making good return. The return is starting to be really found in development of new construction. There's also an elementary school next to this property, and they redeveloped the school. So it's in really good condition, nice and clean for the students of the area. There's also a new co-working space called CoBiz in the Richmond area. So they did their grand opening on November 6, 2019 with the mayor. So for anyone that is looking for co-working space or want to have that flexibility of having a family in the house but still getting out, Richmond is really moving in the right direction as far as attracting new community members. Now, earlier I mentioned new construction and versus flipping. So I just wanted to kind of give you an average. This is not this particular house, but just basically the cost to build around the Richmond area, what I've been seeing with the independent developers that I've been working with. When you look at your cost for your plans and your cost to build, is usually somewhere around $250 per square feet. So if we took that idea into this property, which is 1,741 square feet, you're looking at a cost to build of $435,000. Build time for these developers are usually 12 to 18 months. The last property we had really actually was sold within less than 12 months. So it's built, foundation laid up until the selling point was less than 12 months. But I would say 12 to 18 months would be the build time for the builders and the contractors that are experienced in this area. So if
Ria, do you know what he paid for that lot?
Yes, he paid I think it was $110,000 for the lot. And some of the other lots that they have purchased, there's a lot of tax lien sales that were happening in the North Richmond area. So a lot of the properties that they've purchased, they purchased for under 100,000 through the tax lien sales. And so once we sell the actual new construction property, most title companies won't insure it. So we go through a special title certificate process in order to sell the property after they've built it from a tax lien. But this particular one that sold for 110, it came with approved plans. So having bought that with approved plans, that basically saved them a 6-month.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, they saved them like 6 months and probably about $30,000 or $40,000 in the total cost in having that. So, so basically, I just kind of put that out there for anybody interested in building new construction. Just kind of do the math, like how much are you making in the Bay Area flipping versus how much you can make within a 1.5 year period building a new construction.
Very cool.
Also, if you are looking to build your own home, FHA has a one-time closed construction mortgage. So I work with lenders that actually provide 3.5% down. And it's 3.5% down of a combination of the land and the cost to build the home together. There has to be approved contractors with the lender to work on that. So that's an actual option for people that are looking to buy, and maybe they've been looking to buy for 1 year or 2 years and basically have passed up land opportunities. So this is a perfect opportunity to basically build your own home as well. And so I work with individuals on that also. So yeah, and so basically that is my deal of the week, 251 South 39th Street in Richmond, California. Again, my name is Ria Cotton, broker owner of Cotton Realty, and I look forward to hearing from you guys regarding this deal.
So Ria, thank you so much for that in-depth breakdown. I mean, that was more than we could have even asked for or imagined, but this is obviously a property that is being listed a little bit below market rate. And let's talk about the benefits of making an offer before it hits the market and avoiding the competition.
Definitely. So with these type of properties, the seller is definitely motivated to go into contract before the completion of the property, because this basically, they're willing to take a little less than what the market holds if they have multiple projects going on, because usually if they're independent, this project is holding them up from the next project. And so if they're looking at timing and cost to build, all of those are factors in basically moving forward with an offer. So I do have another property in North Richmond, and we're still waiting on PG&E to connect the electricity, but that one is already pending sale. Actually that buyer came from a realtor from Daly City that brought another buyer. So basically I'm just sending her all my stuff, and she's sending me people from Daly City, and they're snatching these up with FHA financing left and right. So it really is a great opportunity.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So I want to talk about how someone would get in touch with you, and I'll actually turn this over to my partner, Bobby, to kind of show how to connect with Ria on this property. We have built a platform called Better Capital US, and the reason that Ria was selected to be on this platform today is because her property is listed on Better Capital, and we are welcoming everybody and anybody from wholesalers, brokers, agents, for sale by owner to list your property here. There's no cost to do that. And this is a great marketplace for finding properties that haven't hit the market yet or investment opportunities. And Bobby's going to give us a quick demo of how you put your property there.
Great. Thank you. First of all, Ria, this is how everybody should do it. So thorough, so detailed. You laid out all the facts. You gave them all the pertinent information about the property. So thank you so much. And
thank you for having me.
You bet. And so folks, what I wanted to do today was just to show you our new platform that we have been developing. It's called bettercapital.us. You'd simply log in here, click on sign in, and you can either use Gmail. So in this case, I'll actually log out, and I'll show you how to sign in. You'll end up on this page, or you'll end up over here. You can just enter your email address, create a password, or you can sign in with your Gmail account. So let's say in this case, I want to sign in with my Gmail account. So here we go. And I'm going to land on, actually, I'm going to land over here. And if you click on the opportunities tab, we've got some properties for sale. You just click over here and you say, I'm interested in this property. You can see some pictures, but I'll actually link the PowerPoint deck and the recording for this deal of the week in this listing as well. But all you'd have to do is send us a message, and it would go to Ria and say, I'm interested in learning more, and you hit the send message, and it would be go to us. Actually, we go to Ria, and you can basically at that point we'll touch base with you. But this is a tool that we've built to track your real estate assets. We'll actually post a video on how you can add your real estate and track it. I'll just give you an example of this one. For example, here, this is a sample property. You have all your KPIs pertaining to your property. How did my property do last month, and so on and so forth. And we'll do a full demo another time on what this property, on what this platform does. So thank you, Ria, thank you, Yana. But feel free to reach out to us through our Facebook group, ask questions, and then just go to bettercapital.us to reach out and find more deals. If you have a deal that you want to promote, reach out to us through Facebook or through our website as well. So thank you.
Thank you again, Ria. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Are there any other questions from online before we sign off? We want to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions live if you have any interest or curiosity about the property that was presented. Okay, if not.
No questions so far, but again, this recording will be on our Facebook group for a while. So if you see it later, just join us and reach out to Yana, myself, or Ria, and we're happy to give you more information. And we'll bring another deal next Friday, same time, noon Pacific. So look for that as well. Thank you, Ria.
All right, guys.
Thank
Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you, Yana. See you later. Okay, you bet. Bye-bye.